Hello, 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 ladies, gentlemen, other whoever's watching the stream. Welcome to the last game of Week 4 of the PMA LCS, Chase Squad versus 3 Pump Chumps. My name is Jirachi. I am joined by Sivan. What's up?
What's going on, guys?
And for the first time in a while, I think, we are also joined by the man himself, the former Gerg7, now some stupid anime reference, Greg Adler. How's it going, Mr. Everything? Yeah.
Well, it's going great until you refer to it as a stupid anime, but regardless, it's going well. I'm glad to be here.
What? Wait, what anime is it a reference to?
It's called Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter. Okay, that makes sense. So
Great
I'm just
anime.
gonna call you Greg.
That's fine.
Let's just go with that. So yeah. Oh god. And look, I've messed up another intro, and I was actually doing well. Chase Squad. Who was doing Chase Squad? Someone
Yes.
was introducing
Okay, so
Chase Squad. There we go.
On the blue side, we have Chase Squad. In the top lane is Xanacus Musicus. In the jungle, it's Elucida. In the mid lane, Guy Fieri, also known as Gnarls Barkley, makes his return. In the bot lane, we have Allergic to Milk on AD carry and Adonville, my bad, as support. And Chase Squad is coming off of a 2-0 week last week, so hopefully they can keep their momentum going.
And on the opposite side of the rift, we have 3 Pump Chumps. Actually, funny that their top laner's clan tag is Boner. Kind of funny. So in the top lane, we have Akiute. Jungle, this is Lugo. Coming over from the mid lane this time. Mid lane is Bellowing Bison. AD carry is Piper Is. Support is Simplex. They're actually coming off a bye this week. Coming to try to get a win here, get themselves back in the top 3 of the LCS.
They had a bye week 2, I think? Yeah, they had a bye week 2, and then we slashed TSF 2 of them last week.
Yeah, so they had bye week 2, right? Yeah.
Yes. And this is apparently the match of all the roster swap or role swaps and substitutions. Chase Squad, Xanacus, and Guy Fieri are swapping between mid and top. Xanacus, normally the mid laner, but is playing the Galio. Are we sure Guy Fieri hasn't just taken over Xanacus's computer?
Okay. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting that Guy Fieri is now mid lane. But actually, we got right into picks and bans here. The Gnar Galio matchup, and then the Echo jungle. That's interesting. We haven't seen. I don't think we've seen an Echo jungle yet. This split.
Yeah, Hansu/Elucida has not pulled it out yet, but we do have an Echo jungle this time because 3 Pump Chumps also have a more complicated roster swap or role swap. A Caught is just subbing in that top lane, but they have decided to put Piper down at AD carry, Lug from jungle, Lugo in jungle from mid lane, and Bellowing Bison in mid lane from AD carry. So, and we all know about Lugo and Echo, so
exactly.
Echo goes unbanned, he might as well take into jungle.
Yeah, because that's one of his signature champions in the mid lane, so that's definitely going to be pretty easy for him to just swap into the jungle and do the same kind of thing, except this time he's just literally going to be roaming all game.
I think Eric is glad the lane swaps happened, so now he doesn't have to play against Lugo mid.
Very true.
But already we're seeing some interesting bans actually. Kled on the side of 3 Pump Chumps. I didn't know Xanacus played Kled, so that's interesting that they prioritized that. Looks like it was in the second round, so I guess he must have picked it in the second round.
I think that's a misban.
Oh, really? Is that not what they actually banned?
I don't think there was a Kled ban, and I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was supposed to be. It was definitely was a Zach. I'm not sure. Actually, I'm not sure what that ban was.
Qued, Zach, same thing.
Well, the VOD caught the last power pick ban. We'll probably be able to go back and check. It's okay, but Allergic to Milk getting his hands on the Ezreal that has been banned away from him a few times, but yeah, paired with the Braum, I kind of like this combo. It's not great, but the Ezreal Mystic shots do help proc the Braum passive. So
Right.
Well-
I think we're gonna see a little bit of a lopsided early game though. We got two 80 carries on the side of Chase Squad, and Corki doesn't really get popping off until he gets that Trinity Force, and then same Ezreal also needs that Sheen into Trinity Force to start getting some damage. So it's gonna take a little bit longer for them to kind of kick into gear. So it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, side note, shout out to Lugo for posting in chat when you're intentionally breaking the rules, not being supposed to be watching the stream while playing. But it's alright, mistakes happen. We'll let it slide this one time.
Lugo.
What a noob, dude.
What a noob. But yeah, I mean, kind of going off of that double 80 carry, Guy Fury also opting to run that exhaust mid. Not the worst summoner spell to take against the Malzahar Echo. Honestly, something can kind of prevent that burst from the Malzahar. Plus, he does have the escape, so going to be interesting to see how he utilizes that against the Malzahar.
Yeah, I think I honestly don't know if I expected the exhaust out of the Corki. I think normally I would have taken heal in that matchup. Usually when I play Kog'Maw mid, for example, same kind of idea. Like you're kind of a mage sitting in the back, and heal is generally what you take when you're like a carry in the back line. So it's gonna be probably. I would imagine that's for the Echo or maybe the Lucian later on in the game. But you already have an exhaust in the bot lane, so.
Yeah,
It doesn't hurt to have it for Echo, yeah.
Yeah, and on the opposite side, it's hard to see because of champ select being weird from the spec side, but Bellowing Bison did take the teleport, so the double teleports on the side of 3-pump jumps, while Chase Squad have only the one on Xanakis, so see if PPC pull out any 1-3-1 shenanigans.
Yeah, right. It's like, why do we want to fix our lobby? You know, who cares about summoner spells? It doesn't really matter that much.
Blue side summoner spells are all that matter anyway.
What does the Malzahar even have mid? Is that teleport?
It's
Oh, they run
teleport.
into double
It's
TP?
It's teleport flash, yeah, that's what I was just talking about. Come
So
on,
it looks like
Greg, pay attention, oh my god.
looks like
I
we
can't
have
even
flash
see it.
exhaust on Janna, flash heal on Lucian, flash teleport mid lane, flash smite, and then flash teleport top lane as well.
Yeah, just pretty much normal summoner spells across the board, mid and support being pretty much the only ones with any variants, so whatever. That's how it goes.
Yeah, I think for me that the key matchup is going to be that mid lane right there. If Bellowing Bison is able to get ahead on Malzahar, he's going to kind of be a counter to the rest of the enemy team. You know, if he can get that ultimate off on the Ezreal or the Corki before they're able to use their ability to escape, it's going to pretty much cancel out the rest of their damage. I mean, if you're looking at the side of Chase Squad, you're really looking at that Corki and Ezreal to pop off. I mean, obviously the Rek'Sai changes made her more of a damage dealer, but, you know, not necessarily against the enemy team they have over there. I mean, she's not really going to be able to burst anybody. So if that Malzahar is going to be able to kill the Corki or kill the Ezreal before they can escape, that'll be a huge pick for them. So I'm going to be hoping to see how Bellowing Bison honestly plays his game.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that. I think this game is gonna be largely in the hands of Bellowing Bison, but also you were touching on the Rek'Sai changes, and those actually really buffed early game for Rek'Sai. So I'm curious if we're gonna see some early on pressure from Lucida into Lugo's jungle, because I know Lucida likes to do that a lot on champions like Shyvana and a lot of early game pressure farm jungler champions. So that's.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Chris, you went robotic.
Whoa,
So-
yeah, they did. I thought it was like on my side. I was very confused.
I thought it was on my end too. Okay, so it's Chris. We now blame Chris. Great.
Whoa. What
Cool.
just happened?
I did. You turned into a robot.
Jesus, so
You're
did
a
you.
Okay, so let's blame Discord. So yeah, but we are loading into games, so real quick, let's not take too long. Predictions. Greg, go.
I actually think I'm gonna go ahead and give this one over to 3-pump jumps, and the reason for that being is I just think they have too much damage that Chase Squad are gonna be able to deal with. I think the Echo, Gnar, Malzahar team fight right there, it's just gonna be too much, and I think it's gonna be overwhelming for Chase Squad.
All right, so one vote for the 3PC. Chris, what do you think?
I am going to have to go. Honestly, I think I'm gonna go with Chase Squad. They're coming off of the 2-0 week, whereas 3-pump Chunk's coming off of the 0-2 week. And on top of that, I really think that Lucida plays really well on these early game champions. So I think he's going to try to sway it, and that'll cost them, or that'll cost Three Pump Chumps the game.
Oh god, I gotta break a tie now. I'm gonna say 3 Pump Chumps. They are... J Squad are the ones coming off 2 week, while 3PC are the ones coming off an 0-2 week. But I think with their role swap, they'll be invigorated and just even more motivated to pull this out. So I think this game will go 3PC.
So it looks like could possibly, I mean, actually on the side of Chase Squad, they do actually have a really strong level 1, so we could possibly see an invade for them.
Oh.
Looks like that's what they are opting to do, going up to the red side as 5. Ooh.
Or they might stumble upon a cout?
I think it's Akayute.
Akayute, okay, that works.
Akayute? Something like that.
Akayute. I'll go with that. Oh, and here we go. Akayute is gonna run away just on 65. Flashes the wall. Nice flash, but that is the summoner spell burned early for Akayute.
And that's exactly something that they don't want to happen, especially with Lucidon, an early game champion. This is exactly what I was talking about. He's probably going to start going topside early on. These guys going down to the red side for the start, and he's going to work his way top. So.
Oh, but it's 3PC. There's 4 of them in this jungle.
Oh, they don't know.
Oh, here we go. Lugo goes in onto Elucida, and Elucida's going to be forced to flash out. Lugo flashes out for Piper, flashes in as well, but they're not going to quite kill him. Allergic to milk. Gonna take the damage, but they get the summoner spell, but trade 2 in return.
And that's actually disastrous for the side of Chase Squad. Like that's gonna completely neutralize any start that Elucida's trying to make.
Yeah, nice counter invade for 3PC. They're gonna get this red buff, and Elucida just upstarting at Raptors, 2 feet from that buff.
Oh, why are they still there? Lugo has
the
red buff.
Parallel convergence, and Elucida's gonna go down actually to Bellowing Bison for first blood off of the Malefic
I don't know why LSC decided to stay there. I mean, the entire team was still there. They had no vision on red buff. They didn't know whether they were there or not. LSC had to burn his flash in that earlier trade. A very big outplay for him. You know, it could have honestly been a situation where he could have just opted to go and start that blue. Xanakis not having, really anything to do, so he could have leashed him. He could have started the blue and then gone to the enemy red, but instead being very greedy, trying to get those Raptors and ending up giving first blood over the side of 3 Pump Chumps.
And he should know that Raptors take double the time as level 1 than red buff does, and so obviously Lugo's going to have level 2 if he's starting red within half the time of starting Raptors.
Yeah, now Lugo's going to go pick up this blue buff. The lanes have kind of reset a little bit, but some summoner spells down, and Bellowing Bison did not get to buy after the first blood, so at least for now he's not going to have an advantage in this lane, but when he goes back to buy later, that will be a nice chunk of gold. Piper going in onto Allergic to Milk. They do have the level advantage, but he does use the double shot auto on the cannon instead of Allergic to Milk.
Yeah, that was a really great trade right there for Piper. Is knowing that level 2 spike happened, they weren't really able to respond to the side of Chase Squad. We could see a lot more aggression from them because Allergic to Milk did have to burn that healer early on, so we could possibly see maybe a kill. But I mean, with a Gianna, that's maybe not going to be the easiest thing in the world.
Very true.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, we got to keep in mind also that summoner spells were burned, like Flash is burned for Piper, and Flash is also burned for the Braum, so there's going to be a lot of jungle pressure, either top lane or bot lane this game, I believe.
Yeah, Piper gonna be allowed to play pretty much as aggressive as he wants with the Janna as backup. So they hit the level 3 spike, Simplex gets tagged by the Winter's Bite and the Mystic Shot, but not too much else coming out of that.
Yeah, something to point out so far.
Hold on.
Yeah, he's surviving. He knows how to kite.
He's good. Yep, he gets the shield. We're good. We're not getting an execute today.
There he goes.
At least so far.
But yeah, something to point out so far. Guy Fieri being up 12 farm on Bellowing Bison mid, playing that mid lane matchup well, knowing exactly how to poke Malzahar while also farm at the same time. So, great use right there of kind of just the 80 carry mid lane.
We see in the top lane, Xanakis actually just as much back in on Akot, gets the taunt off, but Akot is doing plenty
He's tanking
of
a lot of
damage
minions,
back.
though.
Yeah, it does have Meganar soon, but they're gonna just end the trade there. Oh my god. Akayut on the worst end of that trade.
And you look to the mid lane, you were just talking about how Guy Fieri is doing really well with poking.
Oh, he's going back and he's Mega, but he is in the middle of a bunch of blue minions. Just as Punch goes down, and there's the solo kill for Xanakis. Nicely done by him.
Definitely not a trade Aki wants to take. Xanakis opting to take the Corrupting Potion level 1, so he automatically has that sustain. Plus, there were about 6 or 7 minions that he was just tanking that entire time, so very, very poor choice to go in there by Aki, and that's going to come back to bite him in the ass with a Galio kill early on. Galio getting kills is pretty much the worst thing in the world, especially when 3-pump chumps don't really have much of a tank shred.
Yeah, well, if Piper opts to go the Bork Black Cleaver route, on top of a Last Whisper, that should be more than enough to shred, but here we come, Alusa coming in for the gank, and he's just gonna walk in and walk back out. Lugo is hanging around, but Piper just dashing away from the gank, and we're all good.
I was just curious. We actually see the Malzahar pick up. Looks like he's picking up Umbrello as first item instead of a Rod of Ages. So that's a curious build.
I mean, I know nothing about mid lane. Just let's let C-Van talk for days about it.
Yeah, it's just usually you see them go for more of the tanky build and kind of scale to late game. So the Morellos, I guess, isn't bad, especially with the passive on Malzahar. It stacks pretty well, but it's a curious pickup. Rather, it's not the usual.
Yeah, I am curious to see what Piper will go for this build on Ezreal. There is the Bork Black Cleaver that is kind of the classic-ish that I still use personally, but we have seen crit Lucians popping up a lot more, like Bork into Shiv Rapid Fire Cannon. I know Steven likes that on his mid Lucian. But go see what build he goes for.
I'm not sure you know about look in the jungle.
Oh, Lugo on Bit of Invade does not blast cone quite over the Dragon Pit wall, but Allergic to Milk getting traded on by Piper, and the Donbell it could get knocked up, but Allergic to Milk flashing away from Lugo. A Donbell gonna flash as well. Guy Fieri coming down on the roam, but they're not gonna get. Oh my god, camera twitching. I hate it. I hate it too. But yep, gank just gonna end bot lane. Just a couple of summoners blown, but that is still pretty huge for Chase Squad to lose those summoners.
Yeah, double flash, definitely a successful gank from Lugo. Even because the stun wasn't even able to hit, just because they got away so quickly. So regardless, a still successful gank. Could see a repeat once Lugo does hit 6.
It looks like Lugo's actually going for Cinderhulk for his jungle item, so he's not going for the AP, he's going to go for the tank Echo as his build. And he's trusting Bellowing Bison with the damage in the mid lane.
Yeah, Akiyut might be. We'll probably go for the Black Cleaver Frozen Mallet we see so often on Gnar, so he's gonna be tanky, but still not quite full tank. Lugo going for a full tank build will provide just even more of that tankiness in fights.
Yeah, I think a big matchup here to also watch is Xanakis. This is the first time he's gone mid, and meanwhile LSC being the nice jungler, giving that blue buff to Corki. But Xanakis, yeah, excuse me, first time going top, actually having a good showing on this Galio so far. You know, he did get that kill early on, but you can also tell from some of these trades he's been having that he doesn't really have a lot of experience on the top laner. Lugo looked like maybe he was going to die to Krug's there for a second,
God,
but
he keeps scaring us with the possible Krug execute.
I think that kind of goes back to Galio's, or excuse me, Echo's tough time actually clearing waves. But yeah, kind of going back to what I was saying, is you can see these trades that Xanakis is taking aren't exactly the ideal. He doesn't really know when he can win against the Gnar, and like exactly right now, Gnar is going in for a great shade, and Xanakis doesn't really know what to do. He's going in right now, trying to do something. The nice stun's gonna happen. The ultimate from Akiu,
And he's got to know he has no mana.
Of the Akiu's just gonna whack away at Xanakis.
You got the stun coming up. I think
does
this
land the stun. Is he gonna have the damage? Here's the boulder. No, he's just gonna back away.
That's a great save on the flash there from Xanakis. A lot of players would have flashed there, but great knowing the damage limits there.
Yeah, he is now falling behind in CS, 15 behind Akiut. Meanwhile, in the rest of the lanes, we do have some pretty big CS differences, and we also have fights of Donvel taking so much damage.
Lugo's bottom again.
Lugo's bottom. Donvel gonna go down. The Viper is allergic to milk. Just watch this as support dive. Returns a bit of damage back to the Viper, but that's a nice early kill for him on the Lucian.
And that's what we were talking about. He burned the 2 flashes earlier on, and he came back for the finishing touch.
Lusa getting the knock up on the Simplex. The True Shot Barrage, sorry, is going to come out, tag Simplex, but not quite going to kill him. Guy Fieri using the Valkyrie forward on the Bison, not going to land the Phosphorus Bomb, but gets the auto off. Just a little bit of trading.
Yeah, and that gang from Lugo, actually, Adenvel opting to use a stand behind me pretty early on, and that's kind of the only reason that Lugo picked up the kill. Because he used that, he wasn't able to use it as an escape, and he put himself in a rough situation. Lugo was able to just get the damage on before he could get into the tower, so a little bit of a misplay there by Adenvel. And another kill going over to Piper. Akiu jumping in, does land the stun, but it is Galio, so he just laughs and walks away.
Galio is tanky enough. Meanwhile, 3PC are going for this dragon. Luxda is around. He might go for the steal, but you see, have
no vision on it though.
They are going to back off. Yep.
Also, Rich, if you push F1, you can see only blue team vision. If you push F2, you see red team vision, and F3 is all.
Oh.
I don't know if you know that.
Wild times.
I knew how to toggle Fog of War, but okay. Well, there we go.
TIL.
Learn more how to do the flash ult from Bison. The Peril
That's gonna
Convergence
be a big
not
play
going to
in.
land onto Guy Fieri. Nice flash out, trading the summoners.
Yeah, I'd say that's definitely
definitely
worth for 3 pump chumps because Belling Bison does have that TP. So not really the end of the world for him. He can just TP back in and get that lane advantage again.
Yeah, and Corky does still have the package up. It's, as I say that, it's about to expire. Just gonna use it mid. Where's some minions? Just wee!
It's actually something that I don't know if you guys know. Apto is regarded as the best solo queue player in Korea. He actually touches on the fact that it's best to help out your jungler and best to set up like your job in the mid lane is to actually burn the summoner spells of your opponent, so that way your jungler can come and get a free little advantage there. So I think the burning of summoner spells is actually really like high priority for just every mid laner. So the fact that they were able to burn the summoner spell, I mean on both sides obviously, but with Corky not having flash, that's going to be huge for Lugo coming back in.
Guy Fieri is a little bit down on the robot, but there is a pink in the river. He will be spied out. Piper and Simplex are going to back off. Yep. They know. They have wards.
Also, it looks like Xanakis is going for the first item Randuin's. Maybe, I'm not necessarily sure that's the right call. Obviously, it'll help against the Gnar, but maybe you'd even want to pick up, I don't know, first part of Spear of Visage and then go into Randuin's. I mean, the Echo and Malzahar. Echo's sitting at 72 farm. Same farm as Xanakis from the top lane, so
God.
Gonna want to, have that magic resistance once they get to team fights. It's gonna be hard to deal with a Malzahar Echo when all you have is armor. Ooh.
Simplex gonna knock away also with Monsoon. We do see the teleport coming down from Aki. Piper is gonna not clean up the kill quite yet. There we go. Lugo actually picking that up. Aki has nothing left to really do. Ooh, True Shot Barrage actually just barely missing. But
I'm looking back on that. It looks
now
like
they're going for Dragon.
Yeah, looking back on that now, it looks like Lugo actually chose to stay off the Braum which I don't know if I necessarily agree with. I think he could have gone for the double kill there. I think his team had the kill on the Rex side. So I'm not sure if it was a misplay or just they were happy going for the one kill.
No stealing
Yeah, I
shenanigans
think
from
they just wanted to prioritize the Infernal Dragon. You know, they don't want to take any risks there, and they just want to make sure they'd get the Infernal, I guess, afterwards.
No, we do see actually a 2k gold lead now for 3PC. They're making some nice moves in this early game, and even in the lane they have the CS leads were bigger earlier. They were more like 20, but the like 5 CS leads now for Viper and Akiu kind of not as indicative as before, of course, but indicative of how these lane phases are going.
Lugo's down in the bot lane. He's looking for something.
Yeah, the Ezreal, pretty safe under tower, and oh, Viper gonna cancel his back. They're just sitting in this bush. Are we gonna see some shenanigans? Viper keeps canceling his back. Nope. Allergic to milk also gonna back, so no shenanigans yet.
Sure if you
It's
saw
Piper.
him.
It's Piper. We expect shenanigans to happen. Well, Lucida coming in for gank on Akiu. He is gonna get a nice gnarl to just knock him away, and that's all Lucida's gonna get on that.
It's very well played. They actually didn't see Lucida coming, so that's very good that he was able to get out.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Piper has actually picked up the Blade of the Ruined King for his first item, so we'll see if he goes into Black Cleaver or the crit items after that. Has also picked up the Berserker's Greaves, which it's an option. I personally go Lucidity Boots just for 40% CDR, which that combos nicely with the Black Cleaver, but Piper maybe not going for that. I think just based off the Boots choice, he will go for the crit build.
And it looks like, yeah, Chase Squad's actually playing more aggressive in the bot lane now, because they did see Lugo up top side. They pinged him out.
And Lucida also is coming down, will get spotted out by a pink ward, but he still wants this. They stick a pink ward in the brush, but nope, he's just.
And they know Lugo's not there, so he might go for a lane gank actually.
Yeah, but Lugo is actually going for the Rift Herald. He is pulling the Hansu of soloing Rift Herald with literally any jungler.
Oh my god, that stupid meme.
We probably have had stupider memes, haven't we?
Oh my gosh, are you serious? Of course we have.
Oh, huh? Oh, Lucida's still hanging out bottom lane. He's just camping in this bush. Meanwhile, top lane, Akiu gonna eat the Justice Punch. Meanwhile, Rift Herald does go down, and that signals to Xanakis up. Lugo's in the area, but Allergic to Milk is eating so much everything. But nice. Monsoon gonna just stop the gank in its tracks.
Very nice. Yeah, that Rift Herald actually took Lugo over a minute and 15 seconds to kill.
So you can solo Rift Herald with any jungler. That doesn't mean it's gonna be a fast solo.
Yeah, that's true. They do end up getting it though, so not the end of the world.
And they can definitely use it to push for first tower, something like that. Snowball the lead even more. We're getting it.
Nice damage coming out of Piper.
Yeah, that's that ward completed. Just that passive applying to his double shots is it's brutal.
Yeah, I mean, so far, if you're kind of looking at how lanes are matching up, it's actually, for the most part, it's actually pretty even. You know, no laner is really crushing the other lane, except for Lugo, about 30 farm up here on LSCita, doing a great job on this Echo jungle, who's not really known for his clear. So being really effective so far on this Echo.
Yeah, he is 1.3k gold up over Lucida on his own, so half of VPC's gold lead right now is just on Lugo.
It's actually curious. He's picking up the. Oh no, no steal there. He's picking up not the Ravenous, the Titanic Hydra as his second item on Echo Jungle.
Huh.
So it's gonna be a little bit of a different build than I'm used to seeing. Then again, Echo Jungle is as well.
Gravitas Hydra on Echo and Jungle? Is that a thing?
Titanic. I don't.
Titanic Hydra.
What noodle fight going down top lane? Zanika's gonna get stunned up. He's the one seeing in a bunch of minions, but the percent health damage from the Gnar Hyper actually doing quite a bit of work to Xanakis.
Yeah, and back to the Titanic Hydra. I think what I was thinking about is that maybe he's trying to go for
flash
this.
forward again from Bison, and this time the parallel conversion is gonna stun Guy Fury in the nice silence spot. Flashes away, but why bother? Bellowing Bison picks up the kill with the space aids. Nicely ganked by Lugo, and nice coordination
tower for it,
between him
too.
and the Bison. And the Bison and Bison.
Yeah, and they have that Rift Herald too, so they're going to be able to get a tower, maybe 2 out of this.
Yeah, they're just gonna keep going. Second tower just taking way too much damage. Elucida is just gonna be here to watch. They are gonna back out for right now. No, they're just gonna keep pushing. They have the wave, and there we go. They're gonna just leave it after that. But 2 turrets off a pick. That's nice usage of Rift Herald, as you can see.
And we see Lugo is 100% involved in every kill this game.
100% kill participation as a jungler. You like to see that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he's going for the split push Echo build. So later on, he's probably going to end up being in one of the side lanes, and with they might have the Gnar do a side lane and then group. The Echo is going to have unmatched push potential and is going to have great damage to towers too.
Is he going Cinderhulk Cinderhulk Tiamat and then Triforce? Because he has the Phage now.
It is possible he could go Triforce, maybe not Black
I
Cleaver.
don't know why he'd go Black Cleaver, but Piper gonna get stunned up by the concuss. Oh. Right as the fight goes down, we have the pause.
Wouldn't be PMA LCS without a pause.
I mean, yeah. If we had.
Oh, but this is actually a good time. That would have to be a first. We made it to 20 minutes without a pause. That's got to be a new record for us. Gonna be honest. But kind of going back to that gank that Lugo had mid, with the Malzahar, the game gets started again.
But both junglers are bot, and Lugo just gonna dive in onto Allergic Smoke. They don't quite have the minions. The True Shot Barrage gonna not take down Lugo. Nice chrono shift, and ult flashes back out. Meanwhile, Piper's just going back in. Baits out the heal from Allergic Smoke. Meanwhile, middle lane, Bellowing Bison gonna cancel the ult early actually, and here comes a heroic entrance for the damage reduction, but it's not gonna matter. Bellowing Bison still picks up the kill, and now Xanakis is in 1v2. Thank enough, he is gonna be able to get out. Yep. Justice Punch gets him out, but that is 2 kills. Again, over the 3PC, their gold lead has ballooned to 6k.
It's a huge swing there. And now I would imagine it's curious, I don't know why they're pushing mid. They could go for Dragon right now.
Yeah, that is a mountain. Yep. Oh, that is just so much damage. The Piper is going for the Phage, so he is actually going to go for the Black Cleaver after, just not going to quite go for 40% CDR.
I think I prefer that build anyway. I would imagine he's going to go for IE eventually, but the Black Cleaver is definitely a more safe build path.
Yeah, at least for me, I'm in, I get, like I said, I get bored Black Cleaver, but I also get Lucidity Boots, and I like to get an early Death Stance actually to cap out the 40% CDR, and then you can, with how reduced your dash cooldown is, you are actually just dashing all over the place. That makes your combos so much smoother. But K Squad are grouping for this dragon now. They have all 5 here actually. Xanakis walked all the way down from bottom lane. Aki does not have his DP up, so it's gonna be a free drag over to Chase Squad.
That's something I don't know should have happened. That really wasn't their dragon to take. That was very much that it should have been Lugo's dragon to take when he was I think he was by blue buff earlier, but it's not gonna matter too much.
So Finally, going back to the point I was trying to make earlier. It's actually I didn't actually realize it, but the Echo Malzahar combo is actually really strong because the Malzahar can just land his Nether Grasp and immediately followed up with the Echo
But it
stun.
doesn't matter because we got another fight in the jungle. I'm so sorry, guys. Acu diving out to Guy Fieri, and Lugo's gonna clean him up. Nars Lucida into the wall, and that's a kill for Acu. Xanax now just in the middle of 5 without anyone else. He is dead. Double kill for Acu.
They're going for Baron. They have to go for Baron here. This has to be a good. Yeah, there they go.
Yeah.
There's the call.
I think this is the team's telling me to just stop analyzing. Just just stop talking. Just watch.
Basically. I got a few seconds behind you, but I think we're good now.
What time you guys at?
23, 24,
23, 24.
All right, cool. We're all there.
More or less, as long as I'm not behind, I think.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. You know, I mean, they've been picking up kills and kills, but I honestly kind of unexpected. They're up 11K right now. It doesn't honestly feel like it's one of those games where they've been kind of running away with it. But they've just been kind of having successful gank after successful gank. Lugo has really been playing this map well and just been generating gold all over the place.
Okay, Greg, real quick. Echo and Malzahar.
Go ahead.
Go. Make your point.
It's all right. No, it's I just think the Nether Grasp with the parallel convergence is a really great combo. If Malzahar just uses that ultimate right away, it pretty much is just an instant stun.
Oh, there's another fight.
I
Okay.
hate you so much.
I was like, believed you for a second. I was like, wait, why is my camera gone there? Oh, it's Chris. God damn it.
But yeah, it does make a good combo. You're very correct. That is perfect setup for the W. Ooh, it looks like we actually get a caught out here by Simplex. It's gonna get away.
It's gonna get ulted on by Lucida after the Prey Seeker, but Zephyr gonna slow him down. Piper is a little bit out of position, and he's gonna have a team on top of him. Flashes and heals out. Use out the call. Ooh, nice dodge on the True Shot Barrage, and he is gonna get out in a 2v4.
Yeah, I mean, they're just investing so much in these ganks, sending 4 people down there to try to make something happen, and they're not getting anything out of it. I mean, they're burning summoner spells, which is all nice, and, you know, it's great to have those down, but they're not generating that gold. Whereas on the opposite side, Lugo has made these ganks work, and that's why their team is so far ahead.
Very true. Lugo was able to actually burn summoners while still getting the kill, which is huge. Like that is enormous for a jungler to be able to do that.
Danicus just gonna heroic entrance out of a 1v3 onto Lucida. We're good here. Lugo backing, gonna get a bit of a reset, but VPC, they're paying. No, they're not paying the top lane CS is, but they were looking to push down this tower, and with their bare minions, they should be able to get. There are how many? 4? Actually, yeah, 4 members of J Squad up here collapsing. Oh. Wait, did Lucida just steal the Gromp with Prey Seeker? Yeah, he did. Okay. It's not a dragon steal, but you know, small victories.
Very true. And the Corki does have the Trinity Force now. It's actually an interesting build from Allergic to Milk. He went for the Bork, and it looks like he's going, well, obviously he's stacking the tier, but no Trinity Force yet.
Yeah, no Sheen item at all. Bork is a good enough item. He can rush it. I know that's fight former Enchante. That's how he likes to build Ezreal too, but just not quite strong, and no Sheen is pretty questionable.
I think at least having the Sheen would have been a better choice at this point, rather than even the pickaxe. Like the Sheen would have just made his Qs hit so much harder. He's gonna have to wait a very long time to really kick in this game now.
Yeah, and even if he decides to go for a Triforce, it is going to be a while before he gets it with how expensive that item is.
Exactly. Looks like they're going for very hard pressure.
Yeah, this
all
is
lanes.
Screw 1-3-1. This is a 2-2-1 action. Both teleport users in the top lane, bot lane in the mid lane, and Lugo bot lane. We're going topsy-turvy here. Just why not?
Actually, doesn't look like they're gonna get anything though. All the lanes are clearing pretty well. I think they would have been better off just grouping as 5 for this top tower.
Yeah, Baron has run out. J Squad get a little bit of map pressure back. blue buff steal not coming in from Akiyut. But yeah, Chase Squad are still down 12, well, almost 13k, which is a massive lead, but just stalling out a little bit. If they can get to full builds, they might have a chance at this.
Yeah, and Dragon's coming up in 20 seconds, so it looks like they're actually heading there right now. I'm not sure if they're gonna Chase Squad will try to contest this.
Can someone tell me which one it is? Oh, it's
So,
another
Infernal.
Infernal. Oh, yeah, we're probably gonna see a fight over this. Even Chase Squad not in the most advantageous of positions. PPC are the ones with positioning and vision control, I believe.
Oh, if we're gonna get a face check, this could be
Yeah.
very disastrous.
Oh, God.
Oh, this
Barrel
is
convergence
really
coming
bad.
down. Nope, they're all going. Yeah, but Guy Fieri and the Dongo chopped on the wrong side. Packages out. Guy Fieri and the Dongo forced to flash, but he is gonna escape over the wall. Oh, barely survives. Aki gonna flash forward for it though. Exhaust does not matter. Aki is on a killing field. Lusa going in, does not get the steal, gonna get suppressed and killed by Bellowing Bison, and Allergic to Milk is up next. There we go. Lugo picking up that kill. Guy Fieri is still here, but yeah, you have to imagine he's dead too. Lugo follows him. Heroic entrance coming in. Gonna actually land to knock him on Lugo, and the exhaust coming in. Guy Fieri flashes out, but now Sandicus is getting beaten up on. So this is Chrono Break, and he does get the kill onto the Guy Fieri killing spree for Lugo, and now Sandicus is up next. It's gonna go down. Oh, there we go. Well, last auto coming in from Acute Ace. And now they're gonna get this bot. Tower probably the inhib, but Donfell is back up.
They're gonna get mid too, it looks like.
Yep, only Bison is pushing in. They're gonna get double inhibs off this. Maybe.
I imagine they rotate top after this. They must go for that top tower in the recall.
Yeah. Oh, they're not gonna
Unless
quite
they
get the
choose just to
inhib.
recall right now.
We do have 3 spawns coming back in, so not gonna get inhib quite yet, or is it? It's taking a lot of minion and foiling damage. Is it gonna go down? It is gonna go down. Those foilings doing work on the inhib, and they are gonna get the double inhib after all.
Very huge lead for 3 Pump Chumps now. It's 14-1 in kills. They have a 16.2k gold lead. That's just brutal. Double Infernal Drake. It's not looking good.
I think they're just playing their team composition better. I mean, they know exactly where their engage is, where that team fight is. I mean, getting back to what I was saying earlier, the Nether Grasp from the Malzahar followed up by the stun from the Echo is a great combo, and they've landed it pretty much every single team fight. Plus, every single member on the side of 3 Pump Chumps has so much mobility that they can kind of keep up with the mobility that you have on the side of Chase Squad. So I think they just know exactly what their team identity is, and they're playing it very well.
Let's just check in on Lugo's build for a second. So, Cinder Hulk came at Track Force with them, then he went Phantom Dancer last week's. So just
the AD Echo.
AD Echo, why not? And now 3 Pump Chumps are using said AD Echo to just destroy this Baron. Alusta in the area, but he's not even gonna get close. Red team gaining that Baron. Nakiu is jumping in. Is he gonna land the stun that bait? No, he is not. Sage not quite coming in. Lugo is looking to dive onto Guy Fieri, but we're
just escorting those minions in.
Yeah, we're gonna see his top lane tower go down, and pressure is just gonna keep going from Big Pump Chumps. They don't quite have too many minions, but they should be able to get this triple inhib eventually.
You can just see the difference, even if you don't even look at gold, just look at item builds. Every single lane has 1+ items on their opponent.
There we go, triple inhib. Danicus dashing in, go get the 2-man taunt, but he's just getting shredded. Bellowing Bison picking up kill. Allergic Milk not gonna get stunned, but there's the double kill for Bison and the flash snarl. Usta not gonna get out. That's just dies to his face. A triple kill for Bellowing Bison, and just like that, off the ace. That is game 1 for 3 Pump Chumps.
What a game! What a dominating game.
Yeah, just absolutely dominant performance from 3PC. Yo, Greg, do you got the MVP poll?
Yep, it's already in chat.
Sweet.
That's honestly a very interesting for me. I don't know how I'm going to decide who to vote for MVP because I guess Luca had a lot of pressure that game, but that was a very good performance from every single player.
Yeah, I think you do give it to Lugo.
Yeah, I think you got to.
Yeah, he was just everywhere early game, and he did so much work that it's like the rest of 3PC played well, absolutely, but Lugo especially stepping it up, especially in his first week as the jungle and on Echo Jungle of all things, massively outfarming Elucida.
Very
Yeah,
true.
I think in my opinion, I think the kind of the point where that game turned was honestly that early invade when Hansu just decided to continue to do raids after they took his red buff. I'm not really sure. I think he might have thought that they just left and went back to blue buff and did not stay for the red. But I mean, they picked up that early kill there, and he was just so far behind. There was just really not much they could do to kind of come back into that one. So, in my opinion, getting that early kill there onto Lugo was just a huge lead for them.
Yeah, that was a very huge misplay, and it really set Lucida back. You saw he had almost no pressure on the entire that entire game. I don't even know if he got a single successful gank. He didn't have. He was 0-5-0, so just very unfortunate.
Yeah, so go vote in the MVP poll. We are going to take a break, but we will be right back for Game 2 of Chase Squad versus 3 Pump Chumps, so don't go anywhere.